Good morning, guys. This is a profile pop-up for Ananya. Beautiful picture there. If anything, you may want to zoom in just a tad. Why? Because take a look here. It's very hard to make out your face. As much as I love that picture, it is a bit hard to make out your face if someone is using the cell phone like I'm showing here. And also notice the usual thing, your name is a little long, so we only get not even quite 2 of those long words in your headline. Now, other thing here that I'm about to get into, because I did take a glance at your profile ahead of time, trying to find out what I could tell you that would help the best. Notice that second line here, the second person, will help you excel in your what? I want to know. And see the quotes? That is an example of a tagline. That this is drawing me in, saying, I'm going to help you with something, excelling in what? I don't see it all, but even in that little bit, it's a tease. Whereas business management, it's probably management. But what about business management? What about you? What can you do for me? Third line is the same thing. Business develop. What? So what? Am I inclined to want to click on those people? Not really. Okay? So let's get into yours a little bit more. Love the background. Notice, at least for this version here you're seeing on the cell, it should be rolling out soon, that everything is on the left from what I've seen, but actually this is odd that I'm seeing the picture, your picture, in the middle again. When I look at this on the desktop, I can read this text in the background. You are your only limit. I love it. Ouais, je parle français aussi, si vous ne savez pas. But let's back up to the point at hand. It does get cut off here for the moment, which is odd. And even if the picture were over here, it would be cutting off the vous. So keep that in mind. Make sure you check on an app, both an Android and an iOS if you can, to see how your profile looks. Now, I'm almost 2 minutes into this and I've gotten nothing about the real details here, but real quick, the first things, you've got 7 seconds. Do you feel lucky? You don't want to rely on luck. If someone is glancing, as you saw from the name, is it enough to draw them in? From the name, and from the headline, and from the photo. Zoom in on the photo. Your name, you really can't fix from that, but I love the fact that you've got it like the European way. The last name is in caps. That's a European thing to do. I think that's great. And also, though, your headline, the next biggest thing. The headline is a bunch of key words. It's a bunch of, it looks to me to be a little bit more about what your education was about, right? Your degree. And combined with apparel, production, and management. What I would love to see, again, is what is about you, your tagline. What are you passionate about? Because then again, now let's get into your summary. Recipient of scholarship from campus, scholarship, embassy, France, India, currently. I'm reading all those words right there that we see, and it doesn't tell me anything about you other than you received a scholarship. And maybe a little bit about, the campus of France, embassy, prestigious. I'm not seeing what there is there. So I have to tap on that. Am I inclined to want to tap on that? And then I keep reading, you're currently pursuing luxury fashion top performer in workshop organized. Okay, well, that was interesting, but what does that mean, a top performer? Give me a little bit more clarification. I really like the fact that you point out you're a top performer. But what about it? Why? What did you do? These are great. Otherwise, maybe have a check mark to show that that is something that you have accomplished so far. And maybe tell us more quickly here about how you achieved, how you received the scholarship. What made you talented enough to get it, or what made you lucky enough? But most importantly, at this point in your career, tell us your passions. Tell us the soft skills. You have strong public speaking, negotiation. That's great. What has that done for you? Give us something to relate to with that. And why does it qualify you to start helping a company? Even if you're starting off relatively young and soon and early in your career. This is good here. Gold medalist, perfect 10-point grade. That's great. You're pointing that out. Don't have that be as buried maybe, right? And have that be like a check mark. Have these things that you've accomplished. These results, things that jump out, don't have them all be different paragraphs, which, by the way, first off, it is good you've got at least some spacing here, but help us see quickly, draw our eyes into the accomplishments that you've done, okay? And then, the other thing I noticed here when I was looking through, I was trying to find something to say about all this. You've got 5, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 experiences here, some of them being an intern, training, president of your school, and then you got 5 more. So there's a lot here, but that's a lot to go through. I'm not inclined to want to go through all that. You've got human resource management as some skills here, marketing, public relations. You got a whole bunch of things going on here. Now here too, you got a dash and you got a space and a dash. I'm getting very picky, I know, but use a consistent bullet or a check mark. Here you don't have any that show. Be consistent with this. Get it cleaned up. Get it nice and crisp, and don't miss out on, you know, représentant. Boy, I can't say that word. That's a tough one early in the morning. Sorry. Conseil d'école représentante d'étudiante. That's a tough one to say, but what about this? You've been doing this for 5 months. What are you doing there? Whether you're going to say it in French or you're going to say it in English. But tell us more what you're doing. Take advantage of these full descriptions here to give the SEO and get found and give people a quick synopsis before they want to click on see more or show more. I'm not even going to open these up, the rest of them. I want these to jump out at me. I want these to grab me in, and I would love to see a summary of what those experiences have been up here in your about section or your summary section. Sorry guys, this was a 6-minute one, but I just wanted to get into a lot more because this is a great one for freshers. It's a great one for people that are just starting out. It talks about the soft skills. They're all important. You just need to pop and shine as best as you can, even if you are just starting out. I really hope that helped. Let me know in the comments, guys. Thanks so much. Have a great one.